Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. How you doing? I'm just trying to warm up out here to the music. Can't sit still to this stuff. God, I love it. Oh, perfect timing. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch, and that's me. And as usual, everybody drink it if you got it. Oh, wow. Monday morning. Good deal. How is everybody this morning? Good to see you. Good to see you here. Got 34 people. Don't know how many people are climbing out of bed here first thing Monday morning, but I see the chat has been going, and see people are coming in. Good deal, good deal. And I'll get to saying some hellos here pretty soon. As soon as some more people come in, I'm going to take a little look over here and make sure. First thing I always do is that my live stream actually started on different platforms. And yes, I am live on Rumble. And Olivia32 in the Rumble chat is Ellen, and MC whatever 715 is Mike Seeley. Senior Grumpy Old Carnivore is there. Good to see you. Mike Seeley from Tampa's there. United Carnivore as well. I am live over here on YouTube as well. Good. Everything's working. I love it when a plan comes together. So here we are. And Ellen is here with us this morning, hiding from those student nurses that have put out a search party looking for her. And let me bring Ellen in to say good morning. There you are.
Good morning, Mitch.
Good morning, Ellen. How you doing? Yes, our typical toast clink.
I'm getting it. Good morning, everyone in chat, in YouTube. I've even been in Rumble already.
I saw that.
Happy Monday. Yes, it's another cloudy day here in Wisconsin. I don't think we've seen the sun in over a week.
Oh, wow.
But that's okay, because we've got sunshine here, right?
It is gorgeous here. Gorgeous. It's just about 5 degrees warmer this morning than it has been the last couple of mornings. It's been pretty chilly, and I actually didn't have to tie up my thing this morning.
Yeah, you got the neck showing there.
Yeah, I got the neck showing and a little more casual this morning, and it's going to warm up right through Thanksgiving, and maybe be out before the end of the week here in a t-shirt. We'll see. And then this weekend it's going to cool down again. But this is the way it is this time of year. It's the wintertime in Florida. I did a little rearranging. I moved my table a little bit, different angle. Okay. I don't know if that'll help the light or make it any worse. We'll see. But now if you look behind me, you see all the way down the screen porch instead of off at an angle. And because I leave this table here, and it's just one less thing. It's a little out of the way now, which is good, and I don't trip over it. I won't be tripping over it every time I walk up and down out here. So we'll see. We'll see how the sun treats us as it moves across the sky, and see if it gets to where I can't sit here. But at any rate, all right, Ellen, great to see you as always. And let me elevate you to your lofty position in the penthouse, and we will go on. We will go on. I don't really have a whole lot pre-planned to talk about today. There's something I want to talk about a little bit. Now, I'll wait till later in the stream when we've got more people in here to hear it. No big deal. Just a little something I've noticed, and I want to make sure that everybody is aware of. But we'll do that later. So for right now, to get an early start, and if you have any questions, always QQQ in front of your question in the chat. Ellen's going to be Keeping track of those as usual.
That's
Uh,
right.
the typical morning Crest commercial announcement. If you got to have your own coffee cup, I'm sure sometime during the stream, Ellen will put the links in the chat as well, as if you feel like you're benefiting a little from what I do and you want to help support my channel. I've got this buy me a coffee thing set up. So Ellen will probably always trying to help me out. Post the link to
I
that
will
too.
shamelessly plug that link.
And then my phone will go ka-ching so that I can acknowledge the fact. I like to acknowledge people's generosity. So we got that out of the way. Let's start here. I'll acknowledge the really early birds quick, and then we'll run down the chat and get your questions in. And Ellen, I think you got a couple left over if we don't get any early ones.
Yes, I do.
Okay. All righty, let's get started. First in, and hard to beat every morning is Lucy Auerbach at 5:51 a.m. Good morning, gang. Got a little cold. Don't we all get a little sniffly at this time of year? And Terry Sue was in also at a little after 6. Good morning, Terry Sue. Called us flesh eaters. She always calls us something. Wayne Herman was here. How you doing, Wayne? Good to see you. And Mike Seeley from Tampa, United Carnivore. And Ellen was chiming in early and chiming in and saying hi to everybody. And then even me, I chimed in. Happy Monday, coffee fans. And that was at just about 8, just before 8 o'clock. Richard Williams. All the usual suspects. Good to see you. Mike Seeley's father, Michael Seeley Sr. in Melbourne, right here in Melbourne. Wayne Herman says, good morning to you, Ellen. Wanda Gerling, good morning, Mitch, Scooby, Papa Carnivore, and everybody else. God, I hope you got that where you can cut and paste all those names. Hey, CB is here. CB, good morning, meters, he says. CB from Alabama. Sheriff CB. And we have Meatitudes. Good morning from Havre de Grace, Maryland. Wow, up there, Washington, D.C., I think. Welcome. Patty Malden's here. Good morning to you. And William McCartney chimed in. Good morning, everybody. Sandy Blythe, and we're still not up to 8:30 yet, but I'm going to go through this Granny Boo too. Juan Manuel from Chile. Buenos dias, he says. Buenos dias to you, Juan, as well. Maria Kelly says, good morning from Marla. Oh, Marla. Oh, God, you get me every time with that. Oh,
That's hard.
God, I have to focus on these things. Marla Kelly. Marla. I know Marla from, I'll try to remember, Chile, Emporia, Kansas. Oh, and I got a ka-ching. All right, wow, we starting off, and let's see. Oh, man, thank you so much. DJ Scra. Probably 3 coffees. Thank you so much. Good morning, Mitch. Got my mug this weekend. I will email a picture. Enjoying your morning. Thank you so much, my friend. I'll look forward to that picture, and I hope to get... I'll stop right now and make a little announcement. I hope to get pictures from everybody with the mug. Just nothing fancy, just a little something with you holding it up, and I'll put it on the website. We'll have a little family album. But I'm glad to see that they're shipping and everybody's getting them. So, good deal. Thank you again, my friend. Rick in Miami's here. Charger Mopar. Sybil V. Or Sybil 5, one or the other. Hi, Sybil. Good morning to you. Steve Rogers, Captain America in the house. Good morning from Kansas City, Missouri. Hi, Steve. How you doing? Pamela Suarez is here. Good to see you. William McCartney tells everybody to hit the like button before his grumpiness arrives. Yeah, there you go. Well, you said that right before 8:30. Couch Potatoes here. These people I've said hi to all logged in before the stream actually started, which is great. We're almost up to 100 people already. Can you imagine that? How about over in Rumble? Got
open.
11 people watching in Rumble, and over in Rumble, I'm going to say hi to Rod Weeder, who chimed in. And of course, Grumpy Old Carnivore's here. Ellen's there. And the Sealeys both are over there as well. Good to see you guys. Life After Carbs. Chris is here. Hi, Chris. How you doing? Good to see you. And Kitchen Witch. Hi, happy Monday. Happy Monday all. It's supposed to be a day off, but I have to go in and make the goulash. Mama Bear's here. How you doing? How you doing? And Peter's here. Hiya, Peter. How you doing, my friend? Terry Sue. Did anyone watch RFK and Joel Salatin talk about food integrity? I'm so happy this issue is coming to national awareness. I didn't see that particular one. There's been a lot of that stuff all over the place. But I did see something on the news this morning that is kind of worth mentioning. Our Surgeon General here in the state of Florida. Let me make a quick adjustment to my camera and move myself up a little higher. So there you go. Has put out a deal. I don't know whether it's an official request or it's an order, but they want to take fluoride out of the water in Florida. And I think that's great. And I hope he gets it done. We don't need fluoride in the water. I think it does more harm than good. RFK brought this up, and they're going to try to do it from a national level. Right now, they said 70% of the water in Florida now contains fluoride. So 30% of the utility companies that supply water have already removed fluoride from the water.
Oh, nice.
But I think it's a good thing. I think that would be a great
That would be
thing.
wonderful.
Yeah, I think so.
One more reason to move down south there to Florida.
Here's somebody that I haven't seen. James Goggle. It's an interesting last name, Goggle. I thought when I first saw that, I thought I saw it, thought it said Google, but no, James Goggle. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Moto J81 is here. Grand rising friends, she says. Smoothie. Hey, Smoothie. Smoothie 42, good day, Mitch and the gang. 49 degrees. Cool. Cool. And Brenda McIntyre's with us this morning. How you doing? Booby Goats is here. How you doing, Booby? Good to see you. You sent me an email quite a while ago saying that you would love to be a guest, and I haven't forgotten about you. And in fact, whether you know it or not, I have watched some of your videos, and you got a great little story to tell. So I just want you to know that, I haven't even, your email that you sent me, believe it or not, it was quite a while ago. It's still sitting in my inbox, and I see it every time I go in there. I just, as you may have noticed, have not been interviewing anybody. So I haven't forgotten you. And it's great to see you, appreciate your loyalty and that you're here most of the time. And you're doing great. You're doing great. Don Schonger's with us. Hey, Don, how you doing? Good to see you. And Ashuran Rocks. Morning. Wow, that's a name I haven't seen before. Good to see you. Tina Schweikerath. Hiya, Tina. Good to see you. Good to see you. Starting over. Oh, Tina. Went off for 2 weeks. I hope I learned my lesson. That's the problem, Tina. Consciously learning your lesson does no good. You have to force your subconscious to learn its lesson. And the only way to do that is, that I've found that works, is the things I preach all the time. Forget the scale. Eat until you're satisfied. Until your subconscious finally learns it doesn't need to throw cravings at you anymore. And that can take some time. But just consciously making a deal with yourself, that's just you negotiating with your subconscious, saying, I promise I'll never do it again. We all know how those promises work out. And that's the reason why not only you, but me, for 75 years, kept falling into the same trap. So I have a message that's pretty different than anybody else's message on this channel. There's a reason. There's a real reason for that. And I harp on it. And I hope people that are here don't take it lightly when I say these things, because they continually prove out in all of our experiences that consciously being aware of what you need to do does no good when the physiology decides it's time for some sugar. So I'll keep going and I'll keep preaching that, and more people may be getting the message. Uh, anyway, there, I said my piece. Glenn, Ish, mug, and shirt day arrives later today finally. Oh, great, man. Send me a picture with both of them. That'd be great, Glenn. That'd be great. Thank you. Edward Renner, good morning from San Diego. Man, you're up early. Good to see you. How we doing on time, Ellen? We're quarter till. I've gotten to 8:32 into the chat, so it actually started. Where are you, Ellen, and your mystery lipstick color? Biting Eve is here. How you doing? And DJ Scross says thank you from Tarpon Springs. Oh, God, you're over there near my daughter. My daughter lives in Trinity. Yeah. How about that? Tarpon Springs is right in the neighborhood over there. Yeah, Pasco County. Good to see you, man. And thanks for the coffees. Thanks again for the coffees. David Clooney is here. How you doing, David? Good to see you. Good to see you this morning. Michigan, wet and cold. That doesn't sound so great. Sandy Blythe says, Ellen, you look lovely in pink.
Oh,
I concur. I agree. Ellen looks lovely all the time. Me, well, that's another story, but Ellen doesn't realize this, but I only have her here for one reason. That is that I know you'll look at her instead of me, and then you won't realize, oh my God, look at this guy. What's wrong with him? Diversion. It's like a magician. The magician's always got the really hot-looking assistant there, so you take your eyes off of him, and he can do his stuff without. They call that a misdirection. Well, magicians aren't the only ones that can use that trick. Pamela Suarez is here. Hi, Mitch and Ellen, and we have Greg Smith. How you doing, man? We're getting through them today. It's because I didn't waste 10 minutes pontificating first thing. We're fine-tuning. Mama Cracker's here. How you doing? Good to see you. A lot of people coming in Monday morning. Pamela Suarez is waving at all of us. Now I'm getting to repeats. Jason H. How you doing, Jason? Says howdy, folks. Booby Goat says she saw that someone's going to fry a turkey in tallow. Oh, yeah, that's what they should be doing. Fried turkeys are awesome. That's a lot of tallow, though, man, to fry a whole turkey.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And who else? I see a question here, Ellen. Moto J.
Yes, we have a couple already.
Yeah, Mitch. Are you a stickler for coffee quality as in organic and mycotoxin free? I don't want to disappoint you there. I don't want to disappoint you. I don't worry. I don't sweat the small stuff. I don't sweat any of it. Maybe I should. I just don't. I buy coffee. I go to Sam's Club. I buy my caffeinated coffee. I just buy the donut shop stuff. Honestly, 1-2 cups a day of that stuff. I trust my biology. I trust my immune system. I trust the fact that my body has whatever it needs to get rid of small quantities of any toxin, kill germs and bacteria and viruses, because I'm healthy. So if there are mycotoxins in my coffee, I'll handle it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to live in a bubble. I'm not going to walk around in a hazmat suit spraying Lysol in front of me to clean the air. wiping my counters down all the time. I am going to live in the dirt and the natural things that exist in the food and my environment, and I'm going to trust my body to keep me healthy. And I'll tell you what, so far so good. So far so good. We can't micromanage. Now, am I saying don't go out of your way to buy mycotoxin, or what did you say it was called? Mycotoxin free coffee?
Mycotoxin.
Yeah, go out. I mean, it couldn't hurt. It couldn't hurt. You asked, the question was whether everybody should do it, and that's not my answer. That my answer is what I do and the reasons why, and then it's up to you. If you may notice, I really refrain from giving anybody personal advice. I don't tell people do this, do that, buy this. I tell people what I do. It's up to all of you. If I ignore, I'll give you an example, and this is what I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to give you an example. I'm very, 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 very cognizant and careful not to give any personal medical advice. I never do. I never will. If you tell me, Mitch, my doctor told me I need to take a statin or I'm going to die, what would you recommend I do? I will say I won't. I can't tell you that. I can't give you advice. I can tell you what I did and why, and that's all. I will not advise you ever on any personal thing, and especially never advise anybody, and I want this perfectly clear, never advise anybody to not listen to their doctor. My advice is that you do your own research, listen to my opinion, and make your own decision. But the last thing that I need or any other YouTuber needs, and I would say that in the carnivore community, and Ellen will back me up, 95% of the people that have a carnivore channel, including the doctors, are breaking that primary rule of mine. Even if I was a doctor, I wouldn't do it because you are not my patient. But yet, people who are not doctors, people who have no idea of cellular biology and the whys, things that I've spent years and years and years studying. I know more about that stuff than 90% of the doctors practicing medicine today. And yet, all I use that knowledge for is to understand the whys that these things going on and formulating what I tell people I think might help them. And basically it all boils down to a couple of things. Throw away the scale and just eat meat until you're satisfied, until the cravings are cured. That's the key to success on carnivore. You don't need to know anything else. The rest of it is simple. You eat food, you eat meat. Shoot for the right ratio, and that is the ratio that it comes in nature. It is the simplest thing in the world, and everybody keeps trying to overcomplicate it. So you will never hear me tell you ignore your doctor. I don't tell people what to do. I tell people what I do. And the reason I'm telling you this, and there's a real reason that I'm telling you all this, and that's because even though I don't give advice to people, one-on-one advice, especially medical advice, I see that many people trying to be helpful in the comments and the chats on my videos don't hesitate to spew out this stuff as if they were speaking for me, as if they were like Ken Berry's coaches, who are so tightly controlled in their messaging by Ken Berry that they can't get him in trouble. And what people who do that in my comments and my chats, who come on as the ultimate authority and sometimes even disagree with the stuff that I say, I respectfully ask you, please stop. Just stop. And it's not just one person. There are a lot of people. I understand that people are eager to help. I understand that people want to help, that people are proud of what they've done and accomplished. They want to share the knowledge. And that's fine. That's fine. Share the knowledge. But don't do it on my platform as if it was me talking. I will be liable should something bad happen. We take a hell of a risk here on YouTube that some lawyer doesn't just shut us down, or YouTube decides that our channel is dangerous, and I work too damn hard and I've put too much in this to risk it. So what I'm doing right now, any comment I see, I'm removing it if I think it's giving personal medical information. Don't be insulted if you put a comment in there and you find out it's gone. I can't tolerate it. I can't leave it there. I just can't. I can't take the risks. I can't take the risks. I don't know what else to say. This just keeps happening, and it's not just my channel. It's all over. It's every carnivore channel. People go on these channels, and all they want to do is show everybody how smart they are, how successful they are. Start your own channel if you want to do that. That's my advice. Obviously, you can see that I'm very upset about this, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So, my friends, I appreciate all of you, and those people who support and help my channel. I appreciate all of you. But please, please, this channel, it's my channel. I don't want it to be a vehicle for your messaging. It's a vehicle for mine. A vehicle for mine. Ellen, do you think I said that emphatically enough?
I think so. I think so.
Do you think I've offended too many people? And I didn't mean to offend anybody, because I absolutely realize that everybody who does this is doing it out of the goodness of their heart and trying to help, but they don't understand the risks that it poses to me. You understand?
Absolutely. No, I don't think anyone will be offended.
Okay, I hope not, because I love all of you guys. I love all you guys, and I know you all mean well and you all want to help everybody else, but I just have to make that real clear. You can't be saying things on my channel that I am afraid to say myself. You know.
Well,
that's the brunt of it. Anyway, let's get back to saying hello to people. I think I got that out of the way.
Well, I think it's important. I've been kind of a little disturbed, not just here, but in this whole, I don't know,
the whole carnivore space. I see
going into live streams and just seeing a lot of things.
I see so much misinformation put out,
right.
And when you tune into somebody's channel, in my opinion, you're tuning in to hear that one particular person's knowledge and opinion. And it's really bad when people in your own chats and in your own comments are telling the whole world and all your viewers they don't agree with you, you're wrong. You know, I mean, yes, they have the right to do that. But what if I'm not wrong? What if you're wrong and I'm right, and you have just hurt somebody who might have followed some decent advice because you think you know better than me? I wouldn't dare do that to somebody else. See, that's the difference. I would not dare. I don't comment in anybody's videos anywhere. I don't correct anybody. I don't insert opinions anywhere. It's their channel. It's their message. That's the way I feel about mine, and I'm very protective of mine since mine is different. My message is not the usual you hear on a carnivore channel. It is way more nuanced than that. Anyway, sorry about that. I rant sometimes. You know that. And we have 131 people here, so I haven't scared everybody off yet. All right, Ellen. I think I've gotten to the point where I've said hi to most of the people. I see Joseph Stevens is here. Pamela Suarez says hi to you. We have Lizzie's in here. Good morning. Aunt B is here. They just keep coming in, but now it's time we need to answer some questions after I used up 10 minutes ranting like I just did. Kathleen Hickey. All right, so let's do this, Ellen. Let's do this beforehand. I need to calm down a little bit. I need to calm down a little bit.
That was needed.
It was. It was. So let me
Here, but
see.
I just have to here. Let me read this while you're lighting your cigar and we're getting our lymph flowing.
And
PS
we're
111
dancing and
says,
we're dancing and having a party here on a Monday morning. Okay. Let me
PS
not let the
111
music drown you
says,
out. Okay.
PS 111 says he's here for Mitch information. I like that.
Question. You're going to read a question to me.
Yep. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. Meathead asks, did you notice Kraft mac and cheese has a lawsuit, but no recall like Costco butter?
I haven't heard about that. Was that
I
a
don't.
lawsuit over mislabeling, package labeling?
I have no idea.
I
Maybe
I, I
Meathead
had not
can
heard of that.
further enlighten us. I don't know anything about that either.
Yeah, no, that I hadn't really heard about that. And you'll pardon the everybody will have to pardon the little nose itching. It happens
Tis
to
the,
me. It happens to me when it's chilly. You know,
tis the season.
it
Tis the
is. It is. Okay. Yeah, I can't answer that one. I'm not. I'm just not kind of familiar with it. What's the next question? But
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. If anyone knows anything about that, let me know in the chat, and we'll look. Okay. Here we go. So I copy these. Somebody boy. I'm sorry. I'll get your full name. You'll know who you are. Hi, Mitch from. They're from hi, Mitch from Montreal. Maybe his name is Mitch.
oh, okay.
I'm a carnivore newbie. Only 3 months so far, just a little concerned about poop regularity. Sometimes I go 4 to 5 days without. Have you experienced the same?
Oh yeah.
And I apologize, Asker. I'm going to get your name. I copy these quick and sometimes it gets cut off. Okay, carry on.
Okay. Yeah. That's we've talked about that and talked about that and talked about it, answered that same question, and it's a great question because when you start, it shocks you a little bit, and initially you go pretty frequently. We talked about that the other day. I put out a quick little video yesterday, as a matter of fact, about that, and from when I answered a question on a chat last week. The regularity, your whole physiology, your whole digestive system is changing. It's changing. It's not getting the fiber that it used to get, not getting the sugar that it used to get, and it's getting food that your body uses as opposed to food that your body can't wait to get rid of. Makes a big difference. Big difference. And your microbiome, those little buggers down there in your colon that used to feed on all that fiber and stuff, are going to be starving to death, and they're going to be dying off. And there's a little revolution going down there in your gut, and it takes a little while for that stuff to settle down. But what happens when it finally settles down, after a few weeks, 3-4 weeks, is you stop with the runs and you start digesting pretty much everything you're eating. There is no waste. You eat a ribeye, there's no waste. None of that ribeye ends up in your colon. None of it. The entirety of that ribeye is absorbed. All the amino acids that break down are absorbed before it gets to your colon. That happens in your small intestine. So what happens is the colon's sitting there like an empty trash can going, hey, we're used to having a lot of crap coming through the chute here. Where is it? Well, you're not eating it anymore. You're not eating indigestible stuff that your body doesn't need and wants to get rid of. So obviously, if you've got a big stretched out colon from having been stuffing it full of fiber, following the advice all your life, yeah, it's going to take quite a while to fill that thing up. And I noticed that when I first started this, I was lucky to even have an urge to go once a week. And immediately my thought is, uh-oh, I'm constipated, because I'd always been constipated. And that didn't turn out to be the case. The case was I, I, I had an empty trash can because there was no trash. Now, as our body rebuilds itself, heals itself, does away with dead cells, we do develop some waste. And that eventually finds its way down into our colon, but not enough to have a, I hate to use bathroom talk, but big hot dump every day. That's a good word for it, a big hot dump, steaming dump. I we don't
Only
generate that much. And I finally, after well over 2 years on carnivore, have gotten into a routine where I go every 3 to 4 days pretty regularly with a fairly small amount. Because of the 2.5 pounds of food I put in my mouth every day, all but maybe a couple ounces of that are waste. It's all used. And when you're eating plants and vegetables, you can't say that. You can't say that. So your frequency is going to be all over the place. You're not constipated. I wouldn't imagine. Uh, if you don't feel bloated and you don't have any cramps, I would imagine it's just normal for you. If you do have distress of some kind, yeah, things can go wrong. You can get a blockage. I would ignore those things. Certainly, if you feel the need, you need a doctor. And if I feel the need for that I may need some medical intervention, I don't hesitate to go to a doctor. I just listen to what the doctors say through a little different ear than most people do. But I need doctors when I need a mechanic or a plumber, not when I need advice on how to regulate my metabolism and physiology. I've learned that. But yes, uh, if I break a bone, I need a doctor. When I had a kidney stone, I went to the doctor.
mm,
I needed it for pain pills. Anyway, I hope that answers that question.
that was a good answer. And yes, there is a time and a place for doctors, and I think that's that's a good point that we want to work with them.
Yeah, and you need to find doctors that want to work with you, that don't
Right,
just want to tell you what to do and fire you if you don't, bow down at their altar.
right. You want to be an active participant in your health care.
Exactly. 141 people here. Wow, wow. Look at that.
Yeah. Okay.
Good
Well,
attendance here on a Monday morning.
yeah. So the forgetful DM asks, Mitch, can you recommend a reasonably priced air fryer? And I did drop the link to the things you use
Yeah,
page.
the link in my chat. I got
Yeah,
two or three of
list of
them. I think I
you
got,
use.
and I don't know if they're still, if you can still get that Z Star or not. I left the link up there. It comes and goes, but I would recommend these days. The one I use is the Ninja 651 model. It's the one that has the grill. It has the grill with its own heating element, and boy, it works great. You can just grill a burger on it without even using the air fryer part. I mean, it's a really great appliance. I think the last I saw, they were what was the price on that? 100 and something bucks. They're they're usually priced real well. I don't know. Let me
Mhm.
give me a second here. Just give me
Okay.
1 second.
You
I'm going to go
can have a second. We'll give you a second.
to my website here, and I'm going to go to links to stuff I use every day and appliances, and I'm going to go down and find that air fryer. I have a small Ninja air fryer listed on there. Here it is, the IG651 7-in-1 air fryer. It is 46% off right now
Wow.
$199, and it is, as far as I'm concerned, it is the granddaddy of air fryers for me. Of all the, and I've got like 5 air fryers, and of all the ones I
Yeah,
have,
you would know. You would
this
know.
is the one that I use the most. $200. It's really really built well, easy to clean. It has the built-in thermometer. It has all the different functions. Not that I want to sound too much like an air fryer salesman, but if I was going to buy one and I only was going to buy one, this would be the one I would buy. And the link to it is at my on my website in the stuff links to stuff I use page, and you'll see it there. You'll see it there. So that answers that air fryer question, I would assume.
Yes, there you go. Forgetful. That is, and that's so helpful to have information, because as people know, you're not selling stuff. You're just sharing what you use, and with all your experience, what you really
I just
find
got an email
best.
here, Ellen. I got an email from Mojava, a Gmail, about the butter and mac and cheese thing. It says, funny how big
Oh, wow.
food
Okay.
doesn't get a recall from omitted chemicals, but Costco butter media is all over about omitting common sense. Yeah.
Oh,
And then he
yes.
put a couple of links in here. One
Oh,
to Steve Lito, who's an attorney, and
wow.
another one to Ken Berry made a video on this. So, yeah, thanks for commenting on that. That's
Oh,
unusual that I get a Gmail right in the middle of a stream, but
okay.
let
Well,
me
see,
comment on that. Yeah,
the latest news, hot off the press,
hot
right,
off the
right,
press. Yes,
right here. We'll get to the
yes.
bottom of these things.
Wow, 143 people in here on a
Right.
Monday morning. Holy cow! Let's see what we're doing over in Rumble. 16 people in Rumble. Keat, Kete, chimed in over there. Rod Weeder's there. Yes, good to see you guys on Rumble. But
Yeah.
this is terrific. Wow, wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, Ellen, do we have another
Okay.
question?
Here's a good one. Josephine C asked, and Josephine is from Australia. So she
Right,
asks,
right.
yeah, she asks, does it snow where you live?
Smell what?
Snow. Does it
Oh,
snow
snow. Oh, smell.
where
I
you
said smell.
live?
No, no,
Well,
no
yeah.
snow, no snow here in Central Florida ever. However, however, that was not always the case.
Oh,
When I
really?
was much younger, yeah, when I was
Hmm.
much young, when I say much younger, I'm talking 30, 40 years ago. And I lived over in St. Petersburg. One cold winter morning, and this is Tampa Bay area on the other side of the state. It
Uh-huh.
snowed,
Really?
and it
Oh,
snowed enough to get a slightly small layer of snow on the highways.
wow. Hmm.
You may as well have had
This-
a nuclear weapon fall on Tampa Bay. There were like 600 crashes on I-4 because people didn't know how to handle a slippery road.
yeah.
They actually had to close the interstates. It was so bad. And they had this much snow. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I've never seen it happen again. Nobody could handle it. It was crazy. And I remember that. And I still remember that. Honest to God, I still remember that. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. The good news was I wasn't out there when it happened. And the snow,
Yes, that is good. Good
and it,
news.
it was only on the ground for maybe a half an hour, and then it just evaporated and melted. It
Well,
was crazy, but no, we don't ever get snow here. Nah, not. It's the last time I can remember it, and that was way back, way back.
okay. Yeah. Okay, Mark.
Interesting question, though.
Yeah, something different. Mark C. Mark C is here. Good to see you, Mark C. And he asks, Mitch, could you share the blood pressure cuff you use, make, model, and link?
Oh man,
So you might.
no, I wish I could. I've had that thing for 30 years. I don't even think they make it anymore. What I will do, and it's in the house, so I don't have it in front of me, but I will go and take a look, and I will look it up for you, Mark.
Mhm.
And to if I find it and it's still available, I'll talk about it tomorrow morning. But I will do that today. So Ellen, remind me
I
to do
will.
that at some point during the day. Maybe just shoot me a quick email to remind me so I
Okay.
don't forget or get caught up in other things. But yeah, it's a good machine. There's many machines that do the same thing. But this one I've had for a long time. It's pretty rugged. It works real well. I don't even remember when I bought it. Maybe even more than 30 years ago.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll look that up for you, Mark. Next question.
Okay, next question. There are no more questions. Let me check it for today, but I saw
Really?
a couple
Really?
yesterday. So, well, there new people are rolling in, so maybe people just haven't got to putting
Yeah,
their
wow. 145 people here
questions
this morning.
down.
Oh,
So,
that is, I mean, we are pushing record territory for this Monday morning live stream. That's
yeah,
very flattering. Thank you,
Monday
guys.
morning,
Thank you,
people
guys.
getting up out of bed. Okay, I think so. Let me give people some time, and I will pull. This was a legitimate question from Rumble yesterday,
Okay.
written with a Boston accent, apparently, from No Slump. Hey, Mitch, when was the last time you farted? And someone in the chat thought they meant fainted, but it's
Oh,
not fainted.
fatted.
So if
Oh,
you know,
oh,
I
as
don't know
in,
if I did
what's the
that
famous
well.
Boston saying? Pack the can, have it, yad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was stationed up there, man. I was stationed in Fort
Okay.
Devens, Massachusetts, in the early days of my Army career. This was 50 years
Oh,
ago,
okay.
or 50 plus years ago.
Then you speak Boston
Back in
accent.
1967, 66, I went up there, and that's how they talk up there. And if you hang around up there long enough, you start talking like that. You sound like Cheers. You don't say Norm, you say Nam, Nam. You know? But yeah, when's the last time I farted? Probably yesterday. There, how's that for an answer? Yeah, everybody does. I mean, maybe not a lot, but yeah, we still all make gas. I don't care how well adapted we are to our food, that we still have bacteria in there that eat whatever's around and expel some gas out, which we have to get rid of. So, yeah, not a lot. Not a lot. Don't ask me how they smell. That would be disgusting, and I have no idea because you obviously know that if it's yours, you very rarely ever smell it. So, unless it's really rank, and that's just too much information. Okay, Ellen, do we have a less offensive question?
Okay, actually, there have been a couple of questions related to this. Yesterday, LAT asked about if there's postage to ship the mugs, or do you ship the mugs to the UK? And then Juan was in here, who is in here, or was asking about chili. So do you know anything about
I
that?
I don't, but
We
you
can-
would have to log on to the store site Bonfire and place, go through the order processes. And when you put your address in there, I'm sure it'll come up and say either we can't ship to there or shipping is going to cost so much. And then you decide whether you want it or not. I see Ricky Lee just put a question in,
Yes, and
just came up. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
like that
okay,
question.
okay. See, I am watching the chat here. What do you
I
think of
know,
that?
yeah,
See,
yeah. Okay.
tell you.
You got you want to go ahead with that one then?
Yeah, I can read it. I can read it. It scrolled. God, there's so much chatting going on. It
I
scrolled
know
away already.
you
Question,
got to get it
Mitch.
quick, or you'll
Do you know anyone that has a parasite worm fear, like from eating meat? I have one friend. Yeah, uh, depends how much vegan propaganda that they believe. Yeah, it's possible to get a parasite from meat. I guess it's possible. Um, I don't know anybody that really has that on the forefront of their mind. I can't remember the last time I even gave that a thought when I was out shopping for meat and say, "Ooh, I wonder if this meat's got parasites in it." Because most of the time, our body will handle that. Hell, you throw a parasite into stomach acid, and it doesn't stand a chance. It's going to get dissolved. Uh, So I have never really given too much thought to these parasites. Um, I guess things like ringworm and things like that might be on some people's minds, but you don't hear about that too often, especially in the carnivore community. So no, that's not been an issue. I wish I could give you more clarity on that, but that's not an issue that's even been in my radar, to tell you the truth. Okay, Ellen,
Oh,
that's about the best I can do with that.
okay. Okay, let's see. I don't really know. Paul McGrogan, I do not know if you are here today. I have not seen your name, but this is a question from yesterday. He asked, what are your thoughts on C15? And I'm not really sure what he's referring to. Do you
On
know?
what?
Just C15, the letter C15.
I have no idea what that might mean.
I don't know either. That's why I asked if he was here. I
Let me
would ask.
Google it and see what it says.
Yeah, I don't know what
C15.
that's in
It
reference.
says fatty 15, the one and only C15. What makes it essential? Learn the science behind fatty acids. C15 may refer to a few different things, including a fatty acid, an engine, and a musical instrument. Well, okay.
Okay, I wonder if it's
Pantadecanic, panta, de, decanoic acid, also known as
okay, so it's a
C15. This is
fatty.
a saturated fatty acid that's essential to the human body. It's an odd chain fatty acid, meaning it has a carbon chain length of 15. Okay. The body doesn't produce C15 on its own, so it's considered an essential fat. It's found in whole fat dairy foods, some fish, and some plants. C15 may protect the heart, liver, and immune system, and may also help with longevity. And I'm sure, are there any? Oh, yes. How amazing that the next thing I see says a C15 supplement called Fatty 15.
Yeah.
Would you look at that? Somebody is selling a supplement.
Yeah.
Fatty 15 is a science-backed, award-winning, vegan. Oh my God. They're selling a supplement, but they have to label it vegan. They can't label it that it comes from dairy because then the vegans wouldn't buy it. So they have to label it vegan. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? Is that the most absurd thing you've ever heard? It's a supplement promoting healthy metabolism, balanced immunity, and heart health.
Yeah.
What foods are high in C15 fatty acids? Whole fat dairy products are where most of our C15 fatty acids come from. Milk and butter, sour cream, certain cheeses, including cream cheese, etc. Yes. So I'm going to assume here, Ellen, that C15 is something that we would like to have. Wouldn't you assume that?
Yes, and just one of the many, 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 many fatty acid chains.
Yes, that you get by eating animal products. So eat animal products is the takeaway from that. And I don't think if you're eating animal products, especially some dairy, there would be no need to supplement that. And is that the question, or was the question what's my opinion on it?
Just what are your thoughts?
Well, I had no thoughts until I just figured that out. And now that I read what I read, my thoughts are pretty much the same as for most supplements. Why supplement things that we get plenty of in the foods that we eat? Now, if I'm a vegan, yes, probably might have to add that to the 5,000 other supplements I need to take and keep track of to get all the essential nutrients that my body needs. But I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian. I eat like our species is supposed to eat. I eat eggs and meat. I don't even eat dairy, and I doubt I have a C15 deficiency. At any rate, that would be my thoughts on that at first opinion, first glance. Now, maybe some research into what the effects of a deficiency in that are might be worth looking into. But I think that that was a quick tour on how I might quickly research something when I don't know what it is, at least to get an overall idea. And usually if there's a fraud to it or somebody's trying to sell something, it becomes very evident on Google, very evident, because the the advertisements and the promotions come up right at the top of the Google page, right after they give you some explanation of what it is you're looking for. Okay,
Right.
so that's that. I don't that my answer is a qualified. I don't know whether you need it or not, but just eat meat. You should. If it's in dairy, it's going to probably be in meat as
Right.
well.
Well,
Yeah.
people should understand too, fats are made up of what are fatty acid chains, which are links of carbon molecules, and they're labeled like by the number of carbons in the chain. So C15 would be 15,
15
carbon
carbons. Yeah.
fat, and there are many, many different ones in any one fat. And
And
so,
what a lot of people don't realize too, Ellen,
yes,
is that all sugars and all fats are all made up of carbon, hydrogen,
hydrogen
and
and
oxygen.
exactly.
Period. That's it. Carbon, hydrogen just depends on the way the molecules are aligned. And that's
Right.
why sugars and fats can be changed from one into another pretty easily. It usually requires just rearranging the atoms in a molecule. It's the same stuff, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. That's carbohydrate. So even fats, if you look at them that way, can, I guess, be called a carbohydrate because they're made up of the same stuff that the sugars are made of. They just react differently in chemical reactions, which is what makes them so different in the way our body deals with them. It's very interesting stuff if you get down to the molecule level of this stuff. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Were you going to add something else to that?
No, no, just basically saying that. So usually when you hear something like that, the thing is in real life, you are eating a combination of all different kinds of chains of fatty acids in any one fat. And so what these companies or, you know, individuals or groups do it, you can isolate out one chain and then make it into a supplement and say, this is some magic, fatty acid that you need. It's just, it
Yeah.
sounds very suspect.
And then there's, depending on how many unoccupied carbon atoms are in there with nothing docked to them, then you bring in the terms saturated and unsaturated. And that's a whole nother classification of fats
Yeah.
because a saturated fat has no free carbon molecules in it or carbon atoms that aren't connected to something. It is saturated. It means that every place is a carbon atom, it is fully connected. An unsaturated fat, a monounsaturated fat, no matter how many carbon atoms there are in the chain, will have one. Will have one free carbon atom, which affects the way it is. It works when in certain reactions. It has a place where a hydrogen or an oxygen atom can dock to. Polyunsaturated fats have more than one free carbon atom, and because of that, they're more reactive to things. So Ellen, you probably know more about fats than I do because you are college educated in
Well,
in biology.
I, well,
and, and I defer to Ellen
I
sometimes.
can, yeah,
And but I've read most of the books probably that she's read too. So
yeah.
I
So
I
yeah,
I can claim I'm college educated because I read all the college books, and I can do that faster than listen to somebody in front of a classroom trying to teach at the level of the dumbest person in the class, which is what usually happens, and the rest of us get bored to tears. Okay, Ellen, we got any more
okay.
questions?
We do not have any more questions.
Okay, well, perfect
Nope,
timing
only
because
this
we
one.
are
We are. It worked out perfect.
1 minute from the end, and we have, holy mackerel, 150. Now,
People.
by Ken Berry standards, that's pitiful, but by Mitch and
Well,
Ellen standards, that is that
yeah,
is monumental to
we're
have
not
that many people
comparing ourselves.
tuned into little old us here, little old us, and to show that I consider you absolutely an equal partner in this stream. We're going to make you an equal partner, and I'm going to shift over a little bit to get in the center here. When I make it now, there we go. Okay, so
And
I'm going to, we're going to end it on time today. Hey, how about that? Something a little different. And I'm going to relight my cigar. And it is gorgeous out here. It's warming up.
Yeah,
The sun,
the
yes.
sun is coming out here.
And I have one sip. I have one sip of coffee left. Perfect timing. I have, however, probably 3/4 of an hour of cigar left here. And I may just sit out here, watch the replay of this thing, marvel in our wonderfulness, Ellen, and professional show businessness.
I don't know what's in that cigar, Mitch, you're smoking.
I'm telling you, man, you know.
Are you sure it's just
and I'm not telling either. I'm not telling. Or the coffee. You don't know what I put in the coffee.
Yeah. I'm going to be wondering now. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't alcohol because you know I don't drink.
Yeah, that's right. You don't. Yeah, you don't drink at all.
There we go. So I'm all lit up. I'm all ready, and say goodbye to the nice people, and we'll end on time today and look forward to tomorrow.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Happy Monday. Have a great Monday, and thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for all your help, Ellen. Yeah, me too. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow morning. And here I am, cigar in hand, microphone, professional show business at its finest. Don't need this Eskimo suit anymore. It's really warming up nicely. It's going to be a gorgeous day today. So listen, my friends, thanks so much. Thanks so much for coming. It always pains me to shut down a stream. Shut down a stream with 145, 50 people watching. But old show business adage, leave them wanting more. So I hope to see you all tomorrow morning. Back here, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time for Morning Coffee with Mitch and Ellen. Should get her top billing on this thing too. I should. But then I'd have to have the coffee cups redone. And with the music ending, I will end this stream. Thank you all again. Tell you to take the rest of the day off. It's Monday, but take the rest of the day off, my friends. And as usual, eat meat.